where we are standing, rolling those shoulders up, back and down, adding that little elbow lift, and then stepping out, making it bigger and wider. Bend those knees a little bit. Good. Roll those shoulders out. Let's add a shrug. Nod your head yes, and give yourself a little rock side to side. And then we're going to come down, roll through a low back for a cat, and then inhale through a cow. And cat and cow. One more time, cat and cow. Stay in that cow position. Reach down, grab your weight, give yourself a whole lot of support. So I've actually put my elbows on my thighs, but then you're going to pull your abs in to keep this a strong position. All we're going to do the first couple are just simple rows. So you're just bringing those elbows in by your sides. Lean back a little so you shift a little weight into your hips and your heels. And you want to be pretty much parallel to the floor if you can. Good. And then we're going to go into our reverse fly. So finding those deltoid muscles, a little bend in your elbows. Start with that movement behind the shoulders. All right, take a quick break, lift yourself up, roll those shoulders up, back and down. We're going back into that position in a second for a little more challenge. All right, come down, set your right weight down and your right hand on your thigh. You're not going to twist, you're going to stay nice and stable, but this is to give us a little bit of support. Thumb is facing me in your left hand, arm comes straight up, straight up. So again, weight is back, abs are in. If you feel there's too much in your back, you can prop yourself up a little more. Otherwise, you are as parallel to the ground as you can get. Last one, use your hand to press yourself up. Take a little break, rock those hips, move it to the other hand. Big bend in your knees, come down parallel to the ground, right arm straight up, lifting with the thumb first. This time, use your left hand, right hand to press yourself up. Woo, shake that out. And then set the weight down. Let's give ourselves another cat-cow. And even drop the right shoulder in and cat-cow to the left. And then the other way. Beautiful. Grab those weights. Come on down. First, don't come down, sorry. Let's put your weight on your right foot, left toes off to the side, shoulders roll up, back and down, and just give me a little curtsy and back up. And curtsy and back up. We're going to add just an upright row. So elbows lead the way, knuckles are facing me. And last one, we're just going to sit into it, hold those weights there, shift your weight forward onto that right leg. Only that left big toe is on the ground. See if you can lift the leg off the ground and then straighten the right one. Woo! That should have given you a little extra love. Move your weights into your left hand. Right leg over left, arm up, and then just let the weights glide down as you get a little stretch on that left side, right side. And then back up through center. Distribute your weights again. Weight on that left leg. And then we'll just start with the curtsy. keeping most of the weight on your left leg. And when you're ready, adding that upright row. And then we'll stay here, weights in front of you. Shift your weight more into your left foot, right toe just barely touching, lift it off the ground, and then straighten. And then both weights in your right hand, left leg over right, reach tall, and let your hand glide down. Beautiful. Bring that up. We're just going to gently set those weights on our shoulders. Just hold them in place, a couple fingers, feet in parallel, and we're just doing heel raises. And as we do these, we're trying to lower with control. Don't have to slam that heel all the way down. Now you're going to bring your heels together, toes apart, and same thing from there. And see how long can you keep your heels together as you go up. Beautiful. And then we're going to go pigeon-toed, last set. Here we go. And relax. You can set those weights on your mat. Do a nice little quick stretch for those calves. So left leg forward, right leg back. Lunge that right heel down and bend into that left knee. Try and have a nice straight angle from your head through your heel. And then bend that right knee a little bit. Roll up, turn your toes out and your heel in. Lunge it and bend it. And then roll up, toe in, heel out. Lunge and bend. And then we'll switch it up. Right leg forward, left leg back. Press that heel down, lunge into your right leg. Keep pressing that heel, bend the knee, roll it up, turn the toe out and the heel in, square your hips, and bend. Come up, turn your toe in, heel out, lunge it, and bend it. Beautiful. All right, heading to the back of your mat. You're just going to come to the back and give yourself some support with your hands on your thighs, rolling through your cat and your cow. And then from that cow position, come down as low as you can. Walk yourself out into that high plank. Just holding here for a moment, shoulders up, back and down. Back of the neck is long, abs pulled in, nice and strong here. And then bend those knees. You can bring your weights out of the way as you come down, sitting back, hands together, palms together, prayer pose, sit back. And if you like, bring those hands down your back. And then as you come forward, undulate forward, back, cat, cow. And then find that boxy position. Put one of those weights behind your right leg. Bring your heel nice and close to your hip. And then lift that leg. Don't lift it so high that you feel an arch in your spine. Check yourself and make sure nice and secure here. And then right arm here. Just holding here, stretching and reaching through your right hand. Nope, sorry, left hand. Left hand. And bring that down. Bring that weight to behind your left leg. Again, secure it by bringing that heel nice and close to your hip. Make sure you have a neutral spine, abs drawn in to support this. Lift that left leg. Hold there, or you can add your right arm. You're trying to get that hand out of your peripheral vision, not down here. And relax. Beautiful. All right, coming back over onto our spine. You can take a moment with those weights on top of your shins or knees just to give yourself a slightly deeper low back stretch. And then move them over to your left leg. Stretch the right leg out on the ground. I'm going to bring it behind my hamstring and pull that left leg in, getting that left side of my low back. Maybe pulling it over a little bit to the right for a little extra outer hip stretch. And then back through center, left foot on the ground, weight behind the right leg, pull it in, stretch the left leg out, and pull that knee a little to the left. All right. And then we're going to put both weights in our right hand right above us. Lift that shoulder blade off the ground and then press it down. Straight arm lift and down. Nod your head yes. Keep that left shoulder on the ground too. Keep your abs in. Good. Now keep the shoulder blade down. Let that leg or arm come overhead. Take your left hand and make sure those ribs aren't popping up. And then come right back above. Inhale up and over, keeping the ribs nice and flat. Exhale, back up. This time as that arm goes overhead, you're going to bend the elbows, straighten it, and come back up. Up and over you go, bend and straighten, and back up. And this time you're going to keep the arm all the way overhead without the ribs popping, and just give me presses with that tricep. Just two more. And relax. We'll get a little tricep stretch here. Turn your fingers toward your shoulder, bring them down on the ground, flatten that palm. You can play with how far away or close you want that hand. The more you press into it, the deeper that tricep stretch. And then let's put both weights in your left hand. And that right arm is going to go across your ribs to make sure they're staying down as your left arm goes up. Oh, sorry, forgot my punches. Lift and press down. Lift and press the shoulder down. Straight arm lift, pull down, two more lift, pull down, lift, pull down. Leave the shoulder there as the arm comes overhead and back up again. Inhale up and over and exhale down. This time when that arm comes overhead, you're going to bend it, straighten it, and come up. Up and over, bend, straighten, and up. And this time it goes overhead, you leave it there and you straighten. And relax. Turn those fingers towards your shoulder, press down. Beautiful. One weight in each hand. legs stacked tabletop. Hands punch up towards the ceiling, shoulder blades press down, punch up, press down, punch up, press down, punch up, press down, leave it there. All right, so think about a minute ago, we did that bird dog. We extended our left leg. The right knee was on the ground, so it doesn't move. And then we reach with our right arm overhead. The only difference is we have the weight in the hands, not the legs. Inhale back to center. Right leg extends, left arm reaches overhead. Inhale back to center. Last one each way. Beautiful. Hug those knees in. Draw a circle. Let's bring one weight down, and then the other is coming into your hands, just like this. Legs back in tabletop. Extend those arms overhead. Add those legs. Your head can be up or down. Double leg stretch. Tap and reach. Option, put that weight below your legs, below your knees, sorry. Tap and reach. Option, keep the legs going and add a weight to the upper body. So now we have long levers and they're weighted. So you just want to make sure that nothing bad is happening in your low back, that your abs aren't lifting up when those legs extend. And relax. Bring those arms out with the palms holding on the weights and then let them rest. Widen those legs, drop your right knee in, let the left one drop open. Come on back through center, let your right knee drop in, left leg drops in. And back through center. This time we're going to put one weight below your knees. Keep the other one in your left hand, arms out in a T, knees tabletop, pull the abs and ribs together. Knees are going to go left and center, left and center. And now go from center to right and back to center and right and center. And then full range. So we go left through center, right. You're trying to keep your toes where you can see them. Remember, we're in tabletop, so the heels aren't dropped down. And relax. Right. Put that weight below your knees and into your right hand this time. Get your toes where you can see them, knees above your hips, and we move right and center. And then we're going to go left and center. And then full range. So we're going to go right, through center, left. and relax. All right, back to that stretch we did a moment ago. Weight in your palms, legs wide, let that left knee drop in. If you wanted to, you could take your right hand and that weight and gently set it on the outside of that left thigh. Just feel a deeper stretch. You could even think about rolling it up and down that small area just a little bit. Move that out of the way. Come back through center, drop your left knee open, right leg drops open. And again, if you wanted to, that left hand could rest the weight on your right thigh to increase that stretch. You could even roll it up and down a little bit. Beautiful, back through center. Well, all that was so that we can do one more emphasis on the hip flexors, even though it's supposed to be abs. Take that weight and put it on your rib cage, or if it's not too uncomfortable, you can put it at your low abs. And then the other weight, once again, will go below your knees. Tabletop position, ribs down, abs sink, head nods yes, shoulders press into the ground. Think about pressing your elbows and your knuckles into the ground. Deep breath in, exhale, tuck the hips under a little bit, and then we're going into toe touch or heel flex. With this weight, you don't necessarily have to move your legs all the way away. Just find out what is working for you today. That rhymed. 2 more. Beautiful. Take both weights. You're going to put them on top of your ankle. Hold them in place, curl up in a little ball, and you can simply rock side to side if rolling isn't a good idea for your spine. Otherwise, you're going to roll, pause at the top, exhale to roll. Last one, pause at the top, hold there for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then weights off to the side. Legs go wide. Pull those glutes out from under you, sitting nice and tall. Grab hold of the backs of the thighs, give yourself a little hinge forward, press tall. And then if you want, you can start straightening those legs. Just make sure that you don't drop and round into your spine. And then you might pull yourself deeper or reach and lift and relax. Knees bent, feet flat on the ground. No weights for now. Exhale, hinge back for your roll down. Extend those arms for a little more effort. And exhale, come back up again. Inhale at the top. Exhale to move. Arms into a T if you like a little more. Back up again. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, hinge back. A V would be your next level. Lower your hands before you try to move. Inhale at the top. Exhale to move. Inhale, arms overhead would be your next level. Right? So those are first options with no weights, right? Using your arms to increase intensity. If you want to grab a single weight, exhale, hinge back, lift those arms just to what level makes sense for you. Remember, you're inhaling at the top and the bottom, you're exhaling on the movement. That's one option. Another option would be to put one weight in each hand, and then as you hinge back, you open into a T and lower your hands to come up. Inhale, exhale, hinge back, open into a T, and lower your hands to come up. So those are all options to stick with the roll down. If you want to do a roll up, let's all put the weight in the palms of our hands. Drag yourself all the way back. Inhale at the bottom. and use the weight that's pressing in your hands to roll yourself up. Don't have to do that. Remember, we did roll downs first, so you have that option. If you're doing the full roll up, you can probably extend your legs. So a couple options: regular roll downs with no weight, roll downs with weight, or full roll ups. You're just going to do two or whatever you're doing. And then whether you lie all the way down or just sit up, you're going to meet me over on your side facing the front with both weights on your top leg, hand on those weights. Knees are stacked, hips are stacked, heels and toes are together for now. You've got right angles at your hips and your knees. And then flip your toes apart, heels together. Keep your hand on that weight and you start your clam. Up, lift that waistline by the way, create a mouse house. This time, you're going to lift your leg as a unit, but still in that bent position. And then we're going to lift the heels in the air. We're going to go back to the pivot. So heels together, toes apart. Here we go. And then last one, bring that heel even. And with those heels in the air, so my leg is going to be higher. Just a miniature set here. Probably feeling these by now. And relax. Give that hip some love. And you're going to flip yourself over to the other side. Once again, you're going to stack your hips, your knees, your heels, waistline stays lifted. The weights are on the top leg, and you're just using your hand to press them down. Flip those toes apart, heels together. Keep the waistline off the ground and pivot open. This time, we stack, and the heel and the knee come up at the same time, so not a pivot. And then we're going to go into that pivot again, but with your heels lifted. So we pivot open with the top leg a little higher. And then that straight lift. And relax. Yee, I felt those. Hope you did too. All right. Weights off to the side as you make your way over onto your abs for me, please. Let's just take a moment, bend those knees. Take a little windshield wiper side to side, loosen up that low back. And then straighten the legs out. And they can be hip distance or even that distance apart. Lift one leg, reach it long so you feel your hip actually slide down, and then bring it down with the toes pointed, pressing into the ground with the knees lifted. Lift the other leg, stretch it till you feel that hip shift down. And then again, toenails are going to push into the ground, but kneecaps are lifted. Then press your pubic bone into the ground so you give those glutes a little squeeze and pull the belly button in. You're going to grab just a single weight and bring your hands underneath it as you're knuckles rest as far down your legs or glutes as they can. Let's start by rolling the shoulder blades toward each other and then let them flop. Squeeze them, let them flop. Squeeze them, let them flop. One more time. Squeeze them, leave that there. Press into your toenails and your pubic bone. Glide the fingertips down your leg to lift yourself up, but with that upper back getting a little arch, and then down. Inhale. Exhale, slide it up and relax. Deep breath in. Exhale, stretch and reach. And down. Reach. Two more. Beautiful. Put one weight on each side of your mat for me, please. Bend your right knee out to the side, and your right elbow is in a right angle, and you're just going to rest your left ear in a little half froggy position, just giving that low back a little baby extension, a moment to relax. And you're going to straighten that right leg, left arm off to the side, left knee off to the side, and a little half frog the other way. Beautiful. Bring that up. You're coming up onto your forearms for a moment. And then we're going to make our way back into our high plank with a couple of options here. Depending on the size of your weights, you may be able to, if they're big enough, you might be able to slide your hands under them and use them to protect your wrists. If that doesn't happen, you can just hold on to them. If that feels like too much pressure, then just move the weights just outside of your hands and come onto your hands, high plank again. And then try and keep your body as quiet as possible, but point the right toes without a movement in the hips or anything else. Bring that down. Left toes point, hold, 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 stable, stable, bring it down. Right toes point, bring it down. Last time, left, bring it down. Undulate forward, back, cat, cow. And this time as you come back, take those weights, put them all behind your knees to give yourself a little extra space as you sit back in your shell stretch. Okay, bring those weights out to each side. Slide back onto your back for me, please. Hug the knees in for just a second. And then we're going to drop the knees toward the front of the room. You're going to lift your back arm up. You're going to tap either the weight or the other hand, and then open the back arm. And then you're going to close the book and open the book. And close the book and open the book. And then knees come back up through center. Other side, arm up and over, front arm up and over. And then we'll let the knees help us. As the knees come up and over to the front, the back arm will follow and tap. And then open, and the knees come with us. And you can do one at a time. If you wanted to use a little more ab work, as your arm opens, try to keep the knees together, and that'll start to work those obliques a little bit. Don't have to do that. And then if you want a little more, make sure you see your toes. And last time. And center. Palms together, shoulders pressed down and up, down and up, down and up, arms out. See if you can slide those fingers under those weights one more time. Keep the knees and the hips, or excuse me, the knees and the feet together. Let the hips do a little rock side to side. Sorry, the knees. The knees. Beautiful. Leave the left weight over there. Bring the right weight behind your right leg, kind of mid hamstring for now, and pull it in and a little to the right. Maybe draw some circles on the ceiling with the knee, going both ways. And then pull it over to the right and hug it in. Circle that foot. And then bring that back to center. You're going to point flex. And then we're going to leave that weight there for now. Reach down with your right hand, grab your toes, and then use that left hand to just secure that weight in place. Move through that right foot if that would feel good, and then straighten the right leg. Weight is up against that right hamstring, straighten the left leg. And then you're just going to roll that weight up and down just a little bit on the belly of the muscle. And then give it a little pull in, and then press your leg against the weight. And then pull it in and press it away. This time as you pull in, add a little resistance with your leg. And as you press away, add a little resistance with your arms. And then bring everything to center and press at the same time. We'll release that. See if you might climb yourself up that right leg. Bring yourself even closer, point or flex, totally up to you. And then arms out, T position. Big circle with that right leg, go both directions. And lay it down. Hopefully that right side feels way more vibrant, more open. Woo, beautiful. Let's continue on that right side by putting the right foot on the outside of the left thigh and let it flop open. Stay here for a moment, and then we'll not have the weight in our hand now, but we'll thread that needle. Bend the elbows to bring that left knee closer and intensify the stretch on the right hip. And bring that right knee all the way over. Slide your hands underneath those weights again to help keep the shoulders down as the knees mosey their way to the left. Uncross them while they're there. Right leg comes back up, foot on the ground, left leg follows. And we'll use that left weight to come behind the hamstring. And use that to move in circles on the ceiling. And then back through center. We're going to flex through that heel, grab the left toes with the left hand. Right hand will just hold that weight in place for a moment. Start to straighten your leg. Let go when you need to. Bring it to center. Slide that right leg out. Press that left leg against the weight and then pull it back up again. Press away. Pull it up. This time as you press away, resist with your hands. And as you pull up, resist with your leg. Do both at the same time. Release that. Maybe the leg comes a little closer. Glide your way up to your left calf. Bring yourself up. Weight off to the side. Big circle in both directions. And then lower that left leg. Take a breath. Cross that left ankle over the right thigh. Let it drop open. Thread your needle. Bend your elbows. moving a little to the right and in. Left knee over right, give it a tug. And then hands underneath the weights, knees drop right. Uncross, come back up, take a little rock. However you want to get there, you're going to meet me on your hands and knees, please. We're just going to stack those hips, roll through cat, and inhale cow. And then I want you to move your hips to the right, come back through cat to the left, move cow right, cat left, and reverse it. So you're going to move your hips to the left for a cow, up and over to the right for a cat. And then center it up, regular cat cow. And then you're going to press yourself up, high plank, walk it out. Wide stance, walk it back. Nod your head yes and shake it no. Hands on your thighs, exhale cat, inhale calf. Good deep breath in. Thank you guys.